Now we're switching gears. Wait, rockets don't have gears. Oh god. You got your second lunar landing and put a probe in polar orbit around Minmus. Nice. I haven't played since last time I was in here, so I'm still struggling to mun. So let's see where we're at. Probably should have gone to the. Let's go to mission control quick. Alright, so my current mission is landing on the surface of the mun. Last time I attempted to do this, but I ran out of juice, so my mun orbit had to get unmunned back to Kerbal to bring my person back. We also have other sciencey things to do. Land on a mare. Okay. Periapsis Rocket Supplies is suing us for using their company name. We explained that every orbit has a periapsis and that it's not copyright infringement, but their lawyers think otherwise. They argue if we can make our orbit a perfect circle, we can just have one big apoapsis and leave periapsis out of it. Okay. The circular orbit around Kerbal. That I can do. That I can do. Maybe we'll practice with that. Because landing on a specific-ish location on the mun is a bit of a challenge, but I do need to do both of these. But it's fine. We'll do a circle orbit first. I do believe. Let's go to tracking. I have this guy. I have this guy out here. What's the 77? Okay. So this is Jeb. So it, depending on the oomph that I can give my rocket, we might be able to do a rescue of Jeb at the same time as we're doing our circular orbit. That would be kind of neat. That does mean that I need to remember how to do intercepts. How do I rename? Ah, tiny little pencil, okay. There we go. Jeb's prison. But we can attempt to do a little recovery of Jeb. That does mean I need to build something that has enough seating space for him. But this will be good. Do I have anything in progress? I have my attempted Munshot. Let's load that quick and see where that's at. I mean, that's certainly enough Delta V to get places. Maybe a little bit too much for a an orbital. What if we load that? 40 to 600 Delta V should be enough. Do I have anything else that can hold crew? All I've got is this guy, and I'm pretty sure this does not re-enter very well. I'm pretty sure the heat on this thing is crazy. We can give it a shot, see if it survives. Okay, so we got parachutes, we got, let's see, what else do we have in here? I don't really need the science. Yeah, let's put you You can go there. What are you? Ah, there's a heat shield there. Good. Wasn't sure. Okay, so we've got rocket, Kerbal ammo, rocket, possibly Kerbal ammo. Oh, if that's in Kerbal ammo, I lose a whole bunch of Delta V, which is under my face again. Right. Never did quite figure out a good place to put my face in this game. Let's put me up there. That'll do for the moment. So this stage has 1600 Delta V. If I recall, that is not enough. Let's see, carbon to. I guess we're just doing carbon, but that doesn't really work. Let's do carbon to Mun. So carbon low orbit is 3400 Delta V, and I really just need that low orbit. And that means that this one's mostly going to be vacuum. I mean, this looks fine-ish. It's not really a lot of extra Delta V. Because 3400 for that low orbit, and that's I'm attempting to achieve low orbit, and that gives me about 600 Delta V to do my maneuvering and retrieval of Jeb, and then deorbiting. It should be fine. 600 Delta V playing in orbit is fine. We should be good. Now it's just a matter of, does this thing survive re-entry? Is the biggest question. Let's do 4. Just in case, and we can put them up here's fine. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So, let us launch this. You could not get a lander can to survive re-entry. Okay. Well, Pickle Rick, I appreciate the info. I'm gonna try it anyway, but I believe I also ran into re-entry heating problems with the can. So it's probably not gonna be great, but you know, it's worth a try. Maybe if we can re-entry gently enough, it'll work. Because I know if you come in at a really shallow angle, you can get enough like low speed atmo braking to mitigate most incoming heat. If you come in at like a really steep angle, like straight from Mun, you're gonna burn up just about everything you've got. But we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it a shot. I don't really care about any of these at the moment, so sure, that one. I know you've had that problem, Pine, and I've seen other people have that problem, but I didn't have that problem when I tried it. So we'll see. If this goes horribly wrong, then I'm just gonna have to wait until I have a bigger crew cabin, because all I've got right now is the standard cone and the lander. So if that doesn't work, then we're just gonna have to wait till I have a bigger crew cabin to rescue Jeb. It's really all there is to it. Double checking, we got Valentina here and we got empty space, so we're good. I think we're good. Now, the one thing that I'm not great at is matching up with another ship to rendezvous with it. So we're probably going to have to fiddle with this a little bit. I don't know if there's like, can I set Jeb as target? That doesn't, I mean, that doesn't really help when I'm not moving because I don't get any target information, but that's fine. We'll just go and see what happens. And just do it. Go. Go. I didn't check my my thrust to weight, did I? I didn't check that at all. All right. Let's check that again. No, Roland, just in time to see the purple penis flop over limply. Okay, so let's try that again. Thrust to weight. 0.873. Okie dokie. Alright. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. What I would love to see is I would love to see a delta V that calculates correctly to indicate that you're not actually going to go anywhere. Because, I mean, you don't really have a successful delta V calculation if your thrust to weight is low. It would be nice if it checked that and at least flagged you other than the engineer's report, like this down here. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So I just need to manually fix that. Let's do that, shall we? I only have the small stuff at the moment, so that's fine. Let's do just... Oh, let's just do 2 of them for now. Let's see how that goes. Is that enough? That did nothing. Oh, probably staging. Okay, hang on. Let's put this back on and let's do staging. You back down to there. Okay, so that gives me 1.78 thrust to weight. Oh, 2.13 thrust to weight. There we go. And then drop it off, and then... Yeah, okay. Okay, let's give that a shot. Yeah, I'm not doing any modding just yet. I modded the hell out of KSP1, but I'm not ready to mod KSP2 yet. Partly because I don't really care for... I don't really care for the never-ending process of keeping up with mods as the game updates. I'm perfectly fine playing as vanilla for now. Empty face. Ears. Hello, kitty. Oh, I don't have enough control. Probably should have put a control on here. That's fine. Let's zoom that down a little bit. Nope, just need to keep going. almost need more solid rockets just to get me high enough up so that this thruster is useful. Because it does have enough thrust to weight ratio once it gets high enough up, but it's not fantastic. But we're getting there. Our APO is up to 70 just about there. I'm just going to keep pushing it for now because I'm about to run out of fuel. Okay, so we're going to pause there for a moment. Yep, according to that, I'm going to crash. Great, love it. Hold up. Am I going to run out of fuel? Do I not have enough fuel to do this? Isn't that what that red means? No, that red just means I'm not going up. Okay. Let's just go. Let's just go. Yeah, so I'm good on fuel. What I misread is this red here just kind of indicates that I'm not really beating the atmosphere. Or I'm not really beating the gravity pull. I'm actually going down a little bit. But it's enough. It's fine. I can kill that. No, we're just going to do this by the seat of our pants. Trying to pull my direction just a little bit more straight, but I might just need to correct that once I'm up. We're fine. We're fine. Wait a second. I now have Bill up here. Now that I realize that my Kerbals are there, it's fine. I now have Bill on this journey. I did not have Bill on this journey when I double-checked earlier. So Bill jumped on when I reverted back to VAT. Prisoner transfer. We'll rescue Jeb and we'll throw Bill into prison, because apparently this is going to be my prison ship from now on. Space him. No, I don't mind Bill. Bill's decent peeps. But he should not have snuck aboard this craft. This was a bad call on his part. We're getting there. We're definitely using a whole bunch of the fuel, though. I see my periapsis is climbing up more quickly than before, but it's still at negative 300, so that's not great. Well, and that's the weird part. Like, it didn't autofill the crew before. It was Valentina and an empty seat. And then when I failed that launch because of the thrust-to-weight ratio and reverted back to fix it, that's when Bill climbed aboard. So I find that just really weird. Okay, there's my parry climbing really quick. Okay, we're doing better. It's getting good. It's climbing faster and faster. -0. We're up to 15, 20, 30, 40, 60. Come on, give me that 70. There we go. Okay. So now I need to figure out how to rendezvous with Jeb. Now this is a thing I am not fantastic at. So let's see. What do these markers indicate first off? We've got a target intersect here. And here. It's been a long time since I played KSP1, so pardon my non-understanding. So the A and B are the closest approach points, and they are probably not great. A is me, B is target, okay. So this is closest approach here is me and Jeb, a very long distance apart, okay. So let's do a maneuver node here, just for funsies. Yeah, so distance on here is like 1,000,000 meters, so that's not fantastic. Okay, so first things first is my degree of separation from Jeb is 1.6. So that's got to be corrected. A short spacewalk for Jeb. Just a mere 1,000,000 meters. You can make it, Jeb. Just pump those little legs. Okay, so let's see. So Jeb's orbit is here. My orbit is here. Let's do a little time warpy. Another nerd in space. Yes, Valuna. Yes. How's it going, Valuna? Alright, hang on a sec. So if I warp to here, or if I node here, then I can correct my angle. What's up, Smooth Agent? Welcome. Alright, so where am I at currently? I am here. So let's first burn and just get my orbit out a little bit. Okay, orbit's out a little bit. Let's warp to here-ish. And let's maneuver here and see if we can get those degree of separations off. Okay. Alright, we're burning in 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn. Okay, so we're on matching planes now. This is good. We're 0.1. 0.1, it's fine. 0.1 is fine. Okay, so we currently have, again, not a fantastic, process here. Okay, so from what I can tell, we are not going to be hitting Jeb anytime soon. I'd have to pretty much accentuate this orbit quite a bit to have a better chance at it. So maybe we do that. Maybe we do that. Let's go to. Let's see. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Yep, I'm getting close to running on fumes. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm getting 2A and 2B pretty close together. Look at that. So that's pretty good. Unfortunately, relative speed is 313, and I have 311 meters per second left. So that's I don't think I'm gonna make that. It's fine. We'll give it a shot anyway, just for funsies. Maybe we'll just strand Valentina and Bill up there with Jeb. It'll be fine. Okay, so let's do a little time warp. I have 11 Kerbals to rescue each other. Okay, this is good information. But we got Jeb in our sight. Where are you, Jeb? Where are you at, Jeb? There's Jeb. The whole 16 kilometers away. We're getting there. Alright, Jeb. Doing this. Come on back, Jeb. Come on back, Jeb. Alright, so what about... Nope, that is not the right way. Nope. Click on the speed window. I'm sorry, speed window? What are you talking about? Speed. Ground seat. Orbit, surface, target. There we go. Alright, Jeb. My last bit of juice is coming for you. Nope. It's fine. Bonk. Okay. So, that was almost successful. Almost. But not quite. Now I've got 3 noobs in space. So close. So close. They are safe from Mun landing mishaps. I was kind of hoping to have Valentina be my first Kerbal on the Mun, because she was my first on the Mun in KSP1 as well. Oh. There we go. Okay, so... Question is, do I try again? Do I try again, or do I just leave him up here? Gila, hi. Come here. Alright, what do you guys say? Do we leave him up here? And then send another rescue mission? Or do I revert and try to get a successful ship rebuild? A little bit more oomph on that thing. What do you have on you, kitty? Come here, kitty. Come here. Come here. Nope, nope, come here. Cat. This one is Gila. Yeah, he screams at me all the time. He's always... I think he's hungry, honestly. I'm pretty sure that the food bowl has just a little bit of nugget left in it, and he is very upset about that process. Alright, so the vote is rebuild. Relaunch. Oh, where are you going? You going that way? Okay. Okay, that's fine. You do that. Ow, pointy kitty. And I have another kitty right next to me who doesn't scream at me all the time. This one. This is Gizmo. You got a Pomeranian named Gadget? Nice. Oh, hey, I can spare a little bit of weight because this is my freaking Munlander that doesn't need legs. I probably don't even need the batteries, at least not that many batteries. That gave me an extra 100 Delta V. Nice. Okay, let's do... I don't think the nose cones are going to matter. At least I haven't seen it matter. But let's see. So this stage is Atmo. It's actually less Delta V to put the nose cones on there. Okay, well, it's fine. We're putting them on there anyway. So that's fine. That's Atmo. This one might be Atmo, but like higher up. Okay, this time, Bill, get the fuck out of there. You know what? No. Bill, you're driving this one. Valentina's gonna... If this doesn't work, Bill is staying up there. He is getting his own little prison. So if this doesn't work, Bill is staying up there, and Valentina is going to be my Munlander. So we have Jeb, Bill, Bob, Valentina, the standards. We've got Tim. We've got Desi, Frodan, Obuki, Frokas, Lemfell, Dudden, Duemone, and then Gussing Carmen. Okay, those are some names. Yep. There we go. Okay. So, hopefully, let's do that. So, 4,500 Delta V, supposedly, in theory. Yeah, and that's the thing, is it? I thought the Delta V calculation took into account some drag. So when I put the nose cones on there and I lose Delta V, I thought that that was going to calculate in the amount of drag that I would be gaining back from it. But apparently not. But let's give this a shot. So we've got Bill's soon-to-be prison launching up into space. We have confirmation of Bill and an empty seat. Wonderful. We've got a wobbly rocket. Love it. And wait till it wobbles the other direction. And then launch it. Yeah, the calculation does feel a little bit off, but it's fine. Okay, we're gonna save some fuel on my main engine. That up in time for these to get kicked. I'm attempting to angle, that's just not happening. Because this engine doesn't have very... I don't think this engine has any gimbal. Yeah, this engine doesn't have any gimbal. If it does, it's not fantastic. Okay, we're at 70. 70's good. Let's get up to like 100 or so. So we're at 100, coasting for just a little bit. All right, we're at 70, so let's just start going. What is your 162 and 70? Okay, so this is fine. Wow, that doesn't do what I thought it would do at all. Okay. It's fine. We're just gonna burn. There are no more people, Smooth Agent. None. They're all gone. All that's left is the little green people. All right, so let's do. Let's see. So his parry is 77, and Apo is at 162. Okay. So if I put my parry abscess at 77, then we should be able to meet up with him eventually and save some Delta V in the process. Alright, parry abscess is coming. Ah, Draconite's pushing buttons. Alright, I will circularize the orbit, and then we'll do that. Okay, so we're at orbit. Space. How's it going, Draconite? Alright, we'll do a little bit of stretchies. This shirt is the shirt from Second Wind, which is the new name for the group that split off from the Escapist and is redoing Zero Punctuation as a new series. So Second Wind is their new company, I guess. So I figured I'd support them with some merch purchases. About ready for the next year? That's fair. Hi, Gizmo. How are you? Come here, kitty. No, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, kitty. Come on. I'm trying to get a kitty for kitty time, but he's not cooperating. He's not cooperating. I'll see if I can get you some kitty time in a moment. Come here. That is the opposite of coming here. Hi. Come here. What are you doing? What are you doing, cat? Hi. Hi. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? He tried to escape. He was not successful. Here you go, Draconite. Kitty time. And here. Here's some beans. Here's some beans. He's struggling so hard. He's struggling. But the beans. The beans. Alright, you may go. You were good. You were good. Alright, so let's take a look at this. We're only 1 degree off, which isn't too bad. But we have no semblance of sanity. All right. So how's about? Probably should fix the angle first. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, burn. Okay, I think we're good. Yep, we are at 0. We are at 0, wonderful. So now we need to actually get some sort of encounter. So I think my best bet is to, let's see. Nope, I don't want to burn up in the atmosphere. That is not my goal. So if I go to here... Okay. Let's see. They're too stupid for these games. It takes a little bit of effort. It does. So if I bring my periapsis down to that 77 mark that I overshot, I got it up to 80. Then we'll have that. I'm already at 182 apo, so I'm already a little bit more eccentric, but not by much. The apo is 162, so it's not much at all, actually. So where's my... I see theirs. There's my peri, my apo. Okay. So let's see if we can do this. I wish I could get the mouse over on the periapsis to stick. I can't get this to stick, so I can't watch that number. Okay, I need to clear target for a sec. Yeah, like I can't get this to do anything. Like I can't watch what my periapsis is going to be when I do this maneuver, so I have no idea how much I should be changing at. So what I'll do then is I'll just warp to this node and I'll do it manually, because I can watch it when I'm down here. I just can't set the maneuver node to tell me what my periapsis is going to be after the maneuver. So we'll just warp to, I don't know, warp to here. It's fine. It's fine. KSP is a beast. Alright, so we're just about there. So we're gonna slow burn it. There's the 77. Let's set you as target. Your parry is 77.1. Oops, too much. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, I know. I need to match the plane too. I think this is the best place to do that. Maybe we'll just go a bit eccentric when that happens. Oh, treat time. I suppose we could do a treat time. Let's see, is that the best place to do that? Hang on, let's kill that. Oops, wrong button. Not really. Not really. Right. Well, I've already done the actual plane. I'm at 0 degrees, so I'm on the same plane. I'm just not at the same angle. And I think here's the best place to do that. I don't know how much eccentric I should be to do this. I mean, the more eccentric I am, the easier it is to meet up. Like, I can do that right there. And that will give me a meetup there, give or take. It's a pretty close match right there. And then I'm gonna have to burn another 3-something hundred delta V to slow back down again. I mean, it's not the most efficient method, but I've got the delta V for it. So fuck it, let's do this. Alright, burning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burn. Alright, we're going funky with it. Space treats! As soon as this burn is done, then I will treat the kitties. I know, Knight, I missed your treat from last night because by the time I was free, you were not there anymore. So I did refund that one, so you get your treat points back. Ah, X and Z, good to know. 2, 1, Cut it. Okay. So let's see. It's fine, Knight. It's fine. Okay, so let's kill that, and then... So yeah, we've got our 2A and 2B right there. And then kill that. Boom. So that's my 1A and my 1B. So then we're going to warp out to here. Let's warp out to a little bit further. Whee! Now, if I make a maneuver node here, can we fine-tune that? Unfortunately, I can't work with that maneuver node with that stuff there. I mean, that looks good in theory. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna let them float in space for a moment here. They're over here. Planet's down there. We have a very phallic floating object. I mean, most rockets are pretty phallic to begin with. You know, let's not kid ourselves. But let's do it. Let's do a kitty treat. Kitties, it is your time. Got one. Gila. What? Shoo, 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 shoo. There we go. We have treated kitties. Some rockets are a little bit more phallic than others. This one, I feel, is treading that fine line. Oh, you're seeing a pen. Not a pen is. All right. So let's see. We're going to meet up with them down here. Is there anything I can do over here-ish to get that closer? Distance from target, 300 meters. Okay, that's pretty good. That is a spacewalk. Okay, let's try that maneuver. Point at maneuver. Warp to maneuver. Point that maneuver node. Start burn in a few seconds. Okay. So we have our 288 is the 388 is the final number. Now the question is, when do I need to start burning to meet up with them? Not there. That's too much. That's too much. I suppose. Target. I feel like that's not getting any better. Okay, so let's kill that node. Let's warp to here. Problem is knowing when to do that retrograde. We'll pause here for a moment. So knowing when to actually start the retrograde burn is the tricky bit. Like I don't know when to do that. Because I can put my node here. I feel like this guy's going a lot faster than me. So unfortunately, I can't do maneuver node editing while paused. And I've got a very narrow window to fiddle with this. But the thing I'm not understanding Pickle Rick's terminology. Keep your approach speed 1/100th of the distance. Distance to target is 438. So I need my approach speed to be, what, 43? No, that's target speed. Target. Do we not have a distance to target? We don't have a distance to target. Oh, that's relative speed. Okay, that's relative speed to target. I do have a... Oh, sorry. Target retrograde. I was doing my retrograde. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's go. Target retrograde is almost the same as my retrograde. So the thing that I'm not getting is where is the distance to target? Like I've got relative velocity to target, but all I've got is ground and sea altitudes. I don't have a distance to target meter anywhere that I'm aware of. So I would need to do that. He's down there. So close to 2,500 meters is when I start burning. Like that's the part I'm not understanding from your descriptors. There is when do I actually start burning to make sure that I've got enough slowdown in time. Got it. Okay. So let's do the zoom. I can't see shit. Okay, so this is me, pretty sure. Jeb's down there somewhere. We are currently burning anti-target, or preparing to burn anti-target. Nope. See, the anti-target is not the right button. I don't have a button for... Yep. So that fucked it up a little bit. Way to go, Pine. Way to go. Interesting. Attempting to burn retrograde to target is not working because it's trailing me now. So let's burn towards target. Nope, that's not any better. Yep, it's all been fooked up. Yeah, so I will say, Pickle Rick, a lot of your descriptors don't make any sense to me. And that's part of where this was failing, is that I just wasn't understanding what you were talking about. Because, like, burning 1/100th of the speed to the target, that wasn't something that made any sense to me. Alright, so the problem now is I'm ahead of them. And I don't really have much Delta V to work with. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to push. Let's kill that. Create a new node. Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Okay. Oh, the kitties are done. Yeah, I don't know why I want to be 100 seconds from merging always. That also doesn't make sense to me. Oh, dear God. Images. Bigger images, so much text. Yep, the final step there is docking, but that's fine. Yeah, but when you're measuring it in seconds to merge, that doesn't translate to my brain of when do I need to burn and how long do I need to burn. Like that's the part that I'm missing in this grand picture. So when you're saying 20,000 or 2,000 meters away, start burning at 20 meters per second, that doesn't translate to me on what I need to do next and when I need to do it. That's the picture I'm having a hard time with. So right now we're at there. Trying to figure out if I can get a better meetup. That looks like maybe. And so this maneuver node, is this my prograde or is this prograde to target? My prograde. Okay. So that doesn't help then. If I'm set to target mode. Yeah, because right now I'm at 68 meters per second from target and speeding up. So I would need to go retro from target. Also worth noting, in all of this fuckery, my periapsis is now down to 59. So we're gonna be re-entering shortly here. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, so I still don't understand all of the various descriptions that are going on out there. There's a lot of information that is not working with my brain. My brain's not catching up with these things. And the maneuver nodes not doing what I want them to do is also not helping. It's not like it's rocket science or anything. All right, so we're gonna be dipping back in the atmosphere. So we're just gonna let that happen. We'll drop Bill back on the planet. It'll be fine. Let's do some science while I'm up here. Oh, no, I don't have any science. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Because I don't have any more Delta V to work with. I used to be good at them in KSP1, so it's gonna take me some time to get used to it again, for sure. And I think part of the problem, Pickle Rick, is that you might be writing for a higher brain power and a higher skill of training than I am at currently. So not writing that for the layman is making my brain hurt a little bit. Nothing on you, probably totally on me, and I get that. I just don't have the brain and the skill for it yet. What's up, Kinder? Welcome. Yeah, I'll have to review that later as well. All right, so we're coming in hot, or coming in kind of cool actually. So let's just see where this takes me. We are at 66. This is probably not going to be enough to land me, but it should be enough to drop my APO significantly. Oh, you're typing just fine, Pickle Rick. I got no problem with your typing. It's my understanding that's got the problem. Oh yeah, there's that lander can getting a lot of heat. That's fine. There's no one in there. It's fine. You gonna get warm, little can? You getting warm? You gonna pop? Oh, yeah, there we go. It's gonna pop. There it goes. Bye, what's left of my fuel. I'll miss you. I think the buzzing alert might be new, because I don't remember that either. Maybe you have to be really zoomed into the craft to hear that? Uh-oh. Hang on. Uh-oh. I don't think I have a heat shield on that portion. Bill, you're about to get real warm. I think the portion that had the heat shield was attached to the lander can. This stage doesn't exist anymore. So this stage is not doing the thing. Just making sure they're all armed and ready to go. Just in case this thing actually survives the heat. I don't think it will. Alright, we're coming down. Nice if we had some lights on this thing. I remember KSP1, there was at least what appeared to be lights inside the cockpit. So you'd at least have some visual reference to your ship. We don't seem to have that in KSP2, at least not yet. So it's difficult to see where your ship is unless you've got some sort of backlight to put it up against. Oh, it's all good, Picklebrick. I get it. I remember it being a struggle to learn the first time, and it's been several years, many years since I played KSP1. So I get it. Lights are broken? Oh, okay. So even if I did install lights, it wouldn't work. Alright. Alright, so let's just speed this descent up, see if it survives. Can I science? I cannot science, okay. It's science I've already done. Oh, we got some flashing. Bill, are you going to be a toasty lucky man today, or are you going to go pop too? Oh, he did? Oh, okay. No. The heat shield, unfortunately, was under the can that popped. So there is no heat shield here. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Okay. 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 So, I was kind of expecting Bill to end up in prison, up in orbit. But since I fooked up the rendezvous so badly, he didn't even get a chance to stay in orbit. But what I have learned is that the can does not have the capability of surviving even with the heat shield. I mean, I was told that before. I was testing it anyway. We have learned without a doubt that that can cannot survive without a fairing. Which is weird, because you can't really fairing it going down. So that just can't just go away. I don't think that's going to work. I mean, it might. What if... And hear me out here. What if... where's the... What if that and that? What if that? Seems kind of silly, but it might work. Because I just need another can that someone can get into, but not the lander can. But yes, I probably should just do more missions. Let's you know what? Fuck it. We're just doing more missions. Yep. The can does not have the can-do attitude. 'Tis unfortunate. Okay, so do I have any control? I do have some control. Let's see if we can get some more control on here. What is this? Oh, it's just a little... Okay, that's fine. It's a good place for it. Let's just see if we can get some more control on this thing. So my current mission, where's the easiest way to see missions? Do I just have to be in mission control to see that? I mean, it kind of makes sense that they don't survive, because they have a whole host of material that is sticking out well past the heat shield. So I kind of get why it doesn't work. I just need to circularize an orbit. That I can do. I can do that no problem. I also do have some science. I have 327, so we can spend some science. But it's fine. We'll just circularize this one. We'll accomplish something. I already did track the mission, but I guess you can't see it when you're in the VAB. Let me double check. Yeah, because it's tracked. But I think it only works when you're actually on the launch pad or out. So let's double check, make sure that everything's working. So if I take this out, do we have enough? No, we don't have enough thrust weight. So I gotta use my main engine at least for the first part. I can throttle it down at like, 7 to 10k up or something like that. That works. Then we let him go. Let me go. Let me go. Gotta double check to make sure I got a heat shield in here. My heat shield is there. Let's do heat shield here. What is going on with me? What? I had like 3 layers of heat shields there. I guess I lost some trust in the system at some point. Ah, sad. Okay. Oh. Oh. Vacuum. That's not even calculating differently. it was like a 3 stack of heat shields. What the hell? All right. Let's get this thing up into circular orbit. This should be a piece of cake. Should be fine. Oh, hey, look, Valentina volunteered for this. Oh, hey, there's a decoupler there that shouldn't be there. Mission. Where are you, mission? Research. Mission. There we go. Okay. Mission. Got it. Go. Go. Alright, what's the number? They want 100 kilometers. What can we do? Main engine throttled down, so we have thrust to work with. Yeah, the compass was spinning wildly because I had a little bit of a wobble going on the rocket or at the launch pad. Probably should have put some stabilizers on there, but it's fine. Turning or attempting to turn. Apparently that gimbal that I've got up here is not very powerful compared to this engine. There we go. Now we get some movement. There we go. Okay. So we spin. Got the rough COVID. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Hopefully you're getting some care for that. circling. We'll be circling, working on it. It's fine. Probably gonna have to bring that apple back down just a little bit, but I'm overcompensating by pointing down. So nope, it's going back up again. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just fix it later. Got more than enough juice to fix it later. Just gotta tough it out. Oof. I guess. I was just trying to get my apple to not go so damn high, but you know, whatever. Okay, we got 70. That took a bit of effort. It took a little bit of effort. It's fine. Yeah, no, I was just not doing that right. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So we're just gonna burn. Now that we're just about to reach the periapsis, we're gonna burn retro quite a bit to bring that apo down. That was the worst circularization I've probably ever done. That's fine. Alright, so let's maneuver here. Let's do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of that. I really wish that you can just point at the periapsis on the maneuver node to see what it's going to be. But I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. The clicking it wasn't doing it. Like it's not pinning it. Yeah, it ain't doing a damn thing. Oh, it's right click to pin it. Well, that would be frickin' handy. We're gonna burn at the planet to do this node. There we go. Let's push the wrong button. Okay, so that's that. We got the periapsis at 100. I just need to go warp to, I don't know, here. And then we got to burn some retro once we get to here to bring our apoapsis down. Okay. So let's do some burn. Where are you? There we are. Okay, that might do. Oh, there's another mission to get a 300. Oh, that's easy. I am failing at the manual circularizing, but it's fine. It's fine. Alright, so we're just about there. There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect circle. Took a bit of effort, but I did it. Well done, and right after opening the open statements, you have great timing. We were able to show a circular orbit still has a high and low point by using the feed from your mission. Our lawyer also did a compelling demonstration with a hula hoop. Gotcha. Things got heated after the Periapsis team challenged us to a hula-off, but luckily our team won. You should have heard the closing statements. Do you trust a legal team that doesn't hoop? I rest my case. Powerful, really. I wish you could have been there. Okie dokie. Thanks, Hans. It's eccentric. Boogie, oogie, oogie. Okay. So now we just need to burn. Since we're circle, it doesn't really matter where we burn, so we're just gonna burn. Done. Some of the musicians at Ionic Symphonic Protonic Electronics worry that if the orbit of their proposed music radio satellite isn't perfectly circular, that the pitch of the music will go up as the satellite approaches Kerbal and then go back down when it heads back down into space. I tried to explain that's not how the Doppler effect works, but they're very nervous people. Please launch a vehicle into the least circular orbit you can manage, so we can prove that their tones will sound the same on Kerbal no matter how weird the satellite's orbit gets. Perfect. Brought to you by Ionic Symphonic Protonic Electronics. Ionic Symphonic Protonic Electronics isn't just a cool name, it's a lifestyle. Why would you explode across the cosmos when you can sing and dance in unity? Congratulations on a successful mission. The musicians at Ionic Symphonic Protonic Electronics are relieved. Of course, now they want their own spaceship. We can discuss that later. For now, please feel free to rest and enjoy the complimentary copy of Ionic Symphonic Protonic Electronic CD Collection 2001 Songs for Space. Yeah, I really dig the writing that they've done so far. Okay, so first dibs, Mari on the Mun, and I gotta land on the Mun. Okay, so I can no longer do any science with Bill in space here. So, Bill... Oh, sorry, Valentina's up here. Damn it. I thought Bill was still up here, because I still have the ship named Bill's Prison. Okay, so... let's bring Valentina down, because I don't want to have to rescue multiple Kerbals. And I want to make sure that this thing can, you know, survive. Would be kind of great. So let's just burn back down again. I got plenty of Delta V. Go. Oh, what's down there? Oh, is that that's freaking Cassie. Oh, hey, it's right there. Wouldn't it be cool if I could just land on it? Would be kind of neat. An unintentional re-entry landing right at the Cassie. Nope, doesn't look like I'm going to have quite enough power to do it in time. Might be able to if I burn really hard, but I don't know how much harder I can burn. Ooh, I could aim for that little island. Is that a thing I can do? Nope, running out of juice. Okay, never mind. Never mind. That was worth a shot. Looks like we're just gonna splash down in the water. It's fine. All right, let's make this happen faster. Goodbye, little island. I almost saw you. You're not decoupling. That is not how any of this is supposed to work. Task failed successfully. Indeed. I know where my problem was now, and I forgot about the forgot about the frickin' speed thing. Okay. One thing I'm not used to is that you can't stage when you are fast forwarding. And I wasn't prepared for that. Howdy, Beard. How you doing? Yeah, I hope to be that good at Kerbal one day, but I'm not that good. Okay, yeah. It's fine. She survived. Technically survived. She made it. And she looks really thrilled with herself about that. Alright. Well, you survived, Valentina. Good job. Hooray. Hooray. Did it. Technically. Technically did it. Okay. So what the hell time is it? It's a little late. Max G was 74. Oh no. Alright, let's track these. Have I read the one small? I think I read the one small step. Time to prove the Mun is not made of spicy space cheese. Greetings, Director. Sorry to be single-minded, but all of us in the Mission Control want to get started right away. Your objective is to land a rocket on the surface of the Mun. You'll want to land slowly, preferably under 10 meters a second. The lack of atmosphere means parachutes won't work at all. You can pump your brakes by gently burning retrograde. Remember, you'll want to cancel out your horizontal velocity before falling to the ground. Sure, landing on your side might be fun, but launching from that position is a leading case of go boom. Once you're falling vertically, use ZAST to orient yourself radial out to keep the pointy end up, then extend your landing legs and slowly coast down, feathering the throttle to slow your descent. After you've completed the most significant achievement in the world history, we're going to need one of the crew to look outside and verify something. Remote observation has shown us that the crust of the Mun is covered with regolith. That's just a fancy word for loose rocks and dust. The Mun is likely a rock covered in smaller rocks, but there is an infinitesimally small chance that it is not. Do you want to know what else it could be? Promise not to judge. I don't want to worry you, but the head of the snacks department stopped by today. They have a vested interest in this mission, and if we don't confirm the Mun's surface composition for them, they're going to cut off our snack supply. Shh, don't repeat it. The engineers have super hearing. I realize this is ridiculous, but we need to prove the surface of the Mun is not made of cheese, butter, marshmallow cream, or any spreadable dairy product. Of course, I told them the odds of any dairy product surviving the cold vacuum of space was nil, but until we can disprove this notion of delicious Mun, the snack department will never give us a moment's peace. While we wait for you to send word, I'll be doing a bit of stress decorating. The colors you choose for our flag show a refined taste, but this room still lacks atmosphere. What? I figured a joke might lighten things up, so comedy doesn't float your boat? Fine. Hit the water, it shoot at 258 meters a second, survived. Okay. So my very first Mun landing was a successful trip to get Valentina to the Mun. I was coming down very slowly, very gently, everything was looking great. And then I realized I didn't bring landing legs. So I just landed on the engine cone. It was fine. We'll get there. Hopefully with landing legs this time. I landed on the cone successfully, vertically, without falling over, and successfully took off again. Let's see if I can do that anywhere remotely near that this time. But also, research. Because I need to buy shit. Okay, so let's buy bigger rockets, because I was struggling to get to the Mun before. Although, if I recall, Pine, you had issues using the mediums because the Poodle engine was just not great. You staged away your landing legs. Oops. Someone else had gear, but they wouldn't deploy, so it's still landing on the engine bell seems to be a normal process for Mun landings. All right, so this is not the mainsail. This is the Poodle, but we don't have the mainsail. Okay, good to know. So let's see, you're the vacuum variety. So you're the vacuum go power. All right, so with the power launchers, I was struggling to get up into orbit. These have significant amount of thrust, so unlocking this tier isn't really going to help other than giving me bigger cans that I could use to potentially do some rescue missions. So I don't think getting this stage is going to help me get to the Mun very well. So maybe we just try to stick with what we got for the moment. I'll leave the research in case we want it. But let's go to the VAB. Mediums aren't worth it. All right. So let's go back to reviewing my attempt. So this is my attempt at the Munshot. And this is where my thrust to weight's fine. You are Atmo. You are Atmo. You are probably Atmo at, let's go with, I don't know, 20. Sure, 20. Why not? You are probably vacuum, but you might not be. We will see. Yeah, Poodle's a good vacuum engine, but it's just, I mean, it's a 2.5 meter vacuum engine without enough kick to get it up into the vacuum in the first place. The other engine that we've got access to is this one, the Skipper, but it's got enough power, but it doesn't really have a lot of power compared to the weight of all the stuff that you got to use to launch it. So I was struggling to get this thing up there. Okay, so I've currently got 7,000 delta V. And if we do a trip planner to Mun, round trip says we need 10,000. But I remember that we can kind of skip that portion of it. Yeah, mainsail is what you normally need to just really truly kick stuff up into orbit. I was really struggling to use the Skipper to actually get power enough on the engine. But let's try it just for kicks. So we've got these guys can go. Meh. These guys can go. And then we'll use some of these. See, that just kills my delta V. And it doesn't have enough thrust to weight. Like, these things, they are not very thrusty. It's so obnoxious. They're not very thrusty when it comes to their weight. So if I cut off some of these, I mean, that gives me enough thrust to weight, but still the delta V is awful. So no matter what I've done trying to put these on as side boosters, it just doesn't work. And I tried doing my main stage as the medium as well, and it just wouldn't do. So I've just kind of stuck with these. So here's a question. I lost 3,000 delta V by removing these and then putting them back on. So I'm definitely struggling with delta V calculations. I had this exact same problem last time where I can never tell what is true with these delta V calculations because they're so friggin' broken. So if I pop them off and pop them on again, it's still at 7.55. But if I load my previous one, it's 7.72. And if I redo this, 7,000, give or take. Absolute minimum is 6,900. I mean, I've got that technically, but me running at absolute minimum usually means things go wrong and I don't do it correctly. Microengineer actually does compute the delta V and thrust weight correctly. I really don't want to do a mod, but that does sound very useful. Okay, so put on some gaps. Technically lower delta V by a whopping 6, but the atmosphere should behave better there. Okay, so if I look at these stages, I've got 2,000 delta V on my launch stage with these guys at 2 thrust weight, sort of fine there. We've got another 2,000 delta V on my main center stage, and then another 3,000 delta V on my Mun stage. So we can certainly give this a try and see if it'll work. Also, I'm kind of thinking I don't want to do the lander can. I think I've decided that that's not the right answer for this game. So let's redo that quick. You go away. Just give me a regular old nose cone, please. Give me some heat. Give me a couple. Give me a parachute and a couple side parachutes just in case. Give me some solar for funsies. And all of that has dropped my delta V down to 4,200. Okay, that's fine. So all I did was change out the can. Maybe this is a staging. This is a staging problem. Okay, so, we need a new. Can I have new stages, please? No new stages for me? Am I not allowed? Can I have a new stage, please? Yeah, problem is I'm trying to do a new stage and it won't let me. Okay, so let's do, okay, so we got that one, detach, that one. Can I... There's a red line here. And that red line is supposed to be doing something. But it ain't doing something. Okay, let's push this button quick. See if getting a launch pad helps. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay. My delta V is even lower. I'm down to 3,700. Let me do a revert to VAB quick. I just wanted to get to Launchpad and then back to VAB to see if I can get the staging. There we go. Now the staging button wants to work. Okay. Now we're good. So that release, this can go at the same time as release. That can go there. That can go there. My delta V just keeps going down, no matter what I do. It just keeps going down. Nothing's calculating right. Because this engine here, it says this whole stage has 0 delta V. Oh, that's why. Okay, hang on. Hang on. You go up here. There we go. That's better. That's better. It was detaching this entire fuel tank in one stage. That's why I was getting the no delta V calculation. Okay, so that's good. That's good. This is fine. But I am low on delta V again. For whatever reason. But we could probably call it good and at least do a test launch and see if we can get there. So let's just do it. Yeah, I don't like how the delta V calculation is constantly changing. Like on the launch pad it says 5,200. So it doesn't know how to do the calculations correctly. But it's fine, whatever. We're going. Yep, it is climbing. Twins in space. And my APO is up to 200 right now. Okay. This is fine. Probably should thrust a little bit out of the way of those things. There we go. Alright, we're going up. Come on, set as target. I just realized I didn't add any extra gimbal on this thing, so we're just gonna turn really slowly. It's fine. go, my little dudes, go. Is this the crowbar turn you were referring to, or is there an even harsher turn angle? Oh, what is that? I have no idea what that is. Go straight up to 70 and then turn 90, yeah. I don't think I played Kerbal when the atmosphere was that thick. I remember being able to start your turns at like 5 or 10 kilometers up without any real problems. I was probably a little bit later to KSP. Alright, we're turning. Turning's happening. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Alright, we now have circle orbit. This is good. Okay, so we need to set Mun as target, which we did. Now to figure out how to get to the Mun. It's been a very long time, and I don't exactly remember what the best path is to go, but let's get this out a little bit first. Looks like that might be pretty good. So put Mun at 12. Oh. I accidentally did it correctly. Unintentionally. I was kind of remembering like something like this. I think I remember hearing like put Mun at like 2 o'clock or something like that. And then, yeah, it's fine. Roughly the angle works perfectly fine. Okay, so we're good. We're good. I'm going to have to drop my current stage after just a dash of a burn, but it's fine. $45, okay. Let's give or take what I did. That's fair. Okay. So let's warp to there. Point at thing, please. The only thing I don't know is if the maneuver node has taken into account the fact that I've only got 82 delta V left in this stage, and if the next stage is going to have enough power to do the burn. But we're gonna just roll with it. and see how it do. It looks like it calculated that correctly. Alright, my little mun penis is on the way. What could possibly go wrong? Have you seen me flying a rocket yet? I think the answer to that question is literally everything. The little engine that maybe. All right, we still burning. I'm of course going to use this maneuver node as a guesstimate, and we'll fine tune the actual path once I get there, the actual encounter in place. But for now, I just gotta get there. Burn time was like 4 minutes. Yeah, I've had those before. 2, 1, 0. Okay. A little bit more burn. A little bit more burn. Okay. My Mun parry is 78. I think that'll do. We can fix that once we get there. All right, time to time warp. Oh, that's it. Mun, I think. Pretty sure. Up there. Mun. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna circularize first, and then we're gonna plan our Mare drop if possible. Oh. 12,000? 12,000's fine. 12,000's fine. Yeah, this'll do. Let's warp to here. Get on the Mun's good side. There we are. Sure. I want to go to there. I want to go to there. But first, I have to go to here. Are you saying I don't have enough to get home? It's fine. Valentina being stranded on the Mun is not a new experience for her. I was kind of expecting this might end up being a one-way trip. At the very least, if I leave her landed down there with some fuel, whoever's coming to save her we might be able to transfer some of that fuel. No, I don't think I have a method to do that. I don't think we have fuel transfer between ships yet. Okay. We are here. We are here around the Mun. We've done the do. This is great. Now I just gotta land there. I mean, any of them technically, but I mean, that one looks like a fine one. So if I do a maneuver here... It's probably a bad place to do that maneuver. It's fine. Because I can get it to drop there, but that doesn't really give me much room to drop down straight. So let's kill that idea. Can we just do that here? What if I just here? What if I just burn here? Just burn really hard to drop down gently. 400. I do eventually plan on building space stations and stuff, yes, but I gotta figure out the whole orbital mechanic failures that I tend to fail at first. Alright, this looks like a perfectly cromulent spot to plop down. I think we're good here. Because why not? It's a hell of a burn, but it'll be fine. It's like a minute burn. Jeez. Let's start here. Alright, so chances are I'm going to have to start burning a little bit earlier to get this spot. So we're just gonna, I think we're just gonna start burning. And then once we get closer, we'll get it. We'll get it better. Can I quick save? Yes. Yes, I can. Just in case I need to retry this this burn. Okay, so let's pop the legs out while we're here. I think there was a button for that. This button right here. That is fine. Oh, hey, science. I forgot to do science earlier. That's fine. Alright, so we're technically in the Mario right now, so I guess it doesn't really matter where I end up in it. I was just kind of trying to aim for center, give or take. step. Yep, I'm just being gentle with it now. Come on, man. Oh, you're thinking for an abort plan. That's fair. That's fair. Z for full throttle to get the fuck out of here. Got it. Understood. Come on, man. We're actually quite a ways away from the mud. Well, quite a ways. We're almost 3K up, so we're getting there. It's just gonna take a little bit. I had my finger on Z just in case. Alright, we're 1K up. We can start slowing a little bit more. One of these days. Bam! Zoom! Straight to the moon. Alright, hang on. Alright, we can do this. We can do it. I was trying to fix the horizontal movement, and I didn't do it quite right, so I aborted and I retried. I think we're good. There we go. A gentle little touchdown. Huzzah! Valentina once again on the mun, with landing legs this time. Good job, Valentina. You made it. Okay, so let's go back to mission control quick. We did the thing. Mission control, one small step. Land on the surface of the mun. We landed on the mun. We did it. You did it. With this achievement, the entire Kerbal system is ours to explore. We're getting some next level science from the crew's observation, and the head of the snack department finally left. They didn't even blink. Newton had to keep spritzing their eyes. Pine to sub, mun sub. Mun sub. Thank you, Pine. I appreciate it. The mun? Definitely not edible. All in all, I'm glad the cheese thing is behind us. I hope the snacks department can recover from this setback. Who knows? Maybe they can pivot to rock candy. This calls for a celebration. Macchiatos for everyone. Oh, yes. Now, I don't think I have enough Delta V to get back again. I think it was under 1,000 by the time I recorrected, so we're fine. Mooner signal. Mooner signal. Go to specific place on the mun. I might be able to do that with my Delta V. That would be kind of neat. Let's track that. First dibs. Plant the flag on the Mari. Yes, we should be able to do that. Escaping Kerbal. Nope. Lonely satellite. Maybe later. That's fine. We'll read and do those later. First dibs we can do. We can do that like right now. So let's just go do that. It's cheese, but they covered it up. Oh no. Oh, that I see. Why can't you point up? Why can't you point up? I see. Dang solar wind. Well, Valentina, you're gonna get out for a moment. You're gonna get out for a moment. Thank you. I need you to like a. Thanks. This is fine. This is fine. Ma'am, I need you to plant your flag. Site name. Oopsies. Black text. Almost. Flag. You did it. You did it. You almost did it. It's almost there. Okay. So, I mean, I did quick save right before landing, so I could just attempt the landing again. But let's science. Get some science, ma'am. Perfect. You have scienced. We have science. Oh. Well, alright, we're going that way now. Jetpack. Okay. Grip it. Grip it. Grip. Board it. There we go. Okay, you're boarded. Okay, so can I? Nope. All right. Let's see. Load. There. That autosave right there. It's funny because I thought I was gonna have it, but I accidentally hit space, which then staged my rocket engine off. Nope. Surface. Radial out. Nope, I did it again. Okay, hang on. I gotta stop hitting space is what I need to do. Okay, let's try this one. More duct tape. So landing legs are not trustworthy is what I'm getting out of this. Landing legs are not trustworthy. Okay, so before we go turn that in, we're going to get her out of here. We're going to let go. We're going to get her lovely self over here. We're going to plant your flag, ma'am. Can stiffen the legs. Oh, okay. There we go. It's mostly upright. That's fine. That is not my flag, ma'am. That is not my flag at all. Have you forgotten what my flag looks like? I think she forgot what my flag looks like. She brought her own from home. Okay. Okay. So we got science. I need to get back on the ship. I need to get back on the ship. The jetpack only goes forward and back. It does not go up, does it? Shift is up. Oh. Well, that's just silly. Ma'am, are you not going to grab onto this thing? There we go. There we go. Okay. Quick save. So now we can go back and we need to do the mission. Turn in. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Done, thanks. First dibs. Maxo Construction Toys wants to make an action figure of the Kerbal holding a KSC flag. Their creative director, Francois, has said, "I won't accept anything short of the real thing. Would you land on Amare, one of the moon's smooth, dark lowlands, and plant a flag? We need the reference pictures." Did. Done. Maxo Construction Toys was founded by 4 friends who love building model toys, because what are rockets but bigger toys? Wreck 'em, crash 'em, and Maxo Construction toy parts will be unharmed and ready for your next project. Great work. Maxo Construction has said the live fee was deemed acceptable by Francois, which is his highest praise. They clearly think a lot of themselves. His note said, "Congrats on becoming relevant. We're the first space program on Kerbal. I swear, some manufacturers are never satisfied. Let's try to stay on good terms, though. I heard there's a possibility for another toy line in the near future." Lovely. Thanks, science. Okay, so Munner Signal is the next one we want to attempt to do, if it's possible. Well, let's do a proper save here. And then we can go back to tracking and see if there's more science to get, because I saw you had said science. Oh, yep, and we're upright again. This is good. It's trying not to be upright, but you know. Alright, more science. Lovely. And we're going to transmit while we've got light to refill those batteries. Because I'd like to have at least some of that science so that I can have someone come back and collect all this science later. Now, looking at the numbers you mentioned earlier, you mentioned, let's see, what was it? 580 plus 280-ish to get back home. So I could theoretically bring her back home. Theoretically. Yeah, we're still transmitting. Okay. You don't think I can? $17.50. All right. Well, what I do want to do though is I want to attempt to get to. I want to attempt to get to that. That. So we'll see if we can reorbit and then deorbit again. I don't think I've got enough for that either. Are we done? Are we done sciencing yet? We're done sciencing. Okay. 580 is liftoff, 310 to orbit, another 860 to transfer to Kerbal. So yeah, definitely don't have enough. Alright, thanks, Light. I won't have enough to make the burns. Damn. Even my light's telling me to knock it off. Okay. So, I don't have enough to get her to the new location. So I would need to do another launch like this to bring a different Kerbal to that location. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring her to orbit then. $850 only, 280 to fall back to Kerbal. I think that's if you can do it correctly, like with just the right timing and all that. Why not leave her here instead of orbit? I mean, I guess I could. One thing I don't know, and let's bring her out again. One thing I don't know is it the Kerbal that has the science samples, or is it in my thing? She has the science samples, so if I recover her, the samples go with her. This is good information. Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that correctly. I would much rather drastically over-engineer and have more than enough Delta V to do what I need to do, rather than try to make perfect seat-in-my-pants burns. I just don't have the mental willpower to try to do all those perfect attempts. You were close enough, Smooth Agent. I got what you were going for. I got what you were going for. So in that case then, we're just going to leave her here in her rocket that is insisting upon attempting to fall over. Just stay upright. Just be the giant purple rocket that you are. That is definitely not phallic in nature. Just be good. Just dab it. I am noticing... is this... Yeah, can we just, up. These legs suck. These legs really suck. Oh, hang on. Wait, no, okay. Well, this is fine. This is fine. It's just tipped over now. I was trying to get some sun on that solar panel, but apparently I'm not allowed to move the rocket without it falling over. Okay, so if we... No, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we're just going to let this guy rest here. He'll be fine. Valentina's stranded on the Mun. This is a perfectly fine place and time to end the stream. We did do the successful Mun landing. We did not do a successful return, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll just have more work to do for future me. It's fine. But I had a lot of fun. I was happy that we could successfully land on the Mun. Turns out my rocket design was at least moderately successful. I was attempting to design it for a return, but, you know, between my own farting around and not having enough Delta V and all that fun stuff, it's just whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We're working on it. But that'll be it for me tonight. Pickle Rick, thanks for hanging out and at least attempting to teach me. I may not have been successfully learning, but that's on me. I appreciate the effort. Smooth Agent Pine, thank you also for hanging out. Beard, if you're still out there as well. Appreciate y'all being there. I don't know who else I might be missing, but I do appreciate anyone lurking out there as well. So that'll be it for the KSP for tonight. Tomorrow, we're probably going to end up doing more Kerbal. Hopefully. We'll see. But we also finished Jusant tonight, which I've been holding in my back pocket for a little while now, and I'm happy to have had time to finish that too. Kinder, you're there as well. Thank you as well for hanging out. So, tomorrow, more rockets, probably. Be there. Or be rocket-shaped. See y'all next time.